This is macaroni and cheese. But it's not what you think. There's no cheese in this, no dairy, no lactose. The cheese is made from chickpeas. And it's super good.
Now, I have a few versions to show you, but they're both incredibly easy, really quick,
and it makes it loaded with protein. I love this. A lot of you have asked me about my weight loss. This is a lunch that I've been making, and I thought you'd be really interested in hearing about it. It's so good.
So we're going to start with 1 can of chickpeas. I know that said garbanzo, but it's the same thing. Now, this is only going to take a few minutes to make, so I'm actually going to get the water boiling first. We're going to do salted water, and I'm going to be using like a chickpea pasta for this, just to like up the protein and fibers to make it a little healthier. Now, I'm just going to drain the chickpeas, saving the aquafaba. That's the liquid in the can of chickpeas. We're going to need that for later. Now, I'm just going to toss the chickpeas in the blender along with about 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. I just kind of want to start the acidity right now, and then I'll adjust for flavor a little bit later. Now, I don't know why I pulsed this first. It really doesn't make a difference, but I'm going to be using about half of a small can of coconut milk. That's about 3 ounces. Now, you can use any plant-based milk you like here. It doesn't have to be coconut. I just thought it would be nice and creamy this way. Now, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of aquafaba, a little bit of salt, and about a tablespoon of olive oil, along with about a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now I'm just going to give this a blend and then check for the consistency. You can add some more aquafaba if you like, or more cream. You know, really what we're trying to do is just find the balance between the consistency, savoriness, a little bit of tartness, and the saltiness, just to get that kind of like cheesy flavor. Now right here, what I have works perfect for me. Now I ran this through a strainer just because I wasn't super confident that I got all of the chickpea bits out. It worked perfect. I already did, so this part really wasn't super necessary. Now at this point, the water was boiling. I already tossed the pasta in. It cooked for about 8 minutes. It's perfect. I'm going to drain it, and then I'm going to quickly throw the pasta back in. I want it to still be a little wet. I don't want it to like drip off too much. I want to save some of that starchy water. Now I'm going to pour this chickpea cheese over the macaroni, stirred in. We only used about half of it, and that was using about a half of a box of the elbow macaroni as well. And you can see, this looks really good. Now I'm just going to season it up to taste, and I'm just curious what Monica has to say about this version.
I love that. Very cheesy. It's really good. Super savory, cheesy, creamy mac and cheese. What is that?
Hummus.
What are those, hummus?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, it's chickpeas.
I have no idea. That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, this was the easy way. But there's a load of different ways to do this. Let me show you some other variations.
Now the next version is also going to be using 1 can of chickpeas, but first let me clean up the kitchen real quick and tell you a little bit about today's sponsor.
Now, I'm not a fan of garbage. It's wasteful. And I hate wasting food and food scraps. And that's where Lomi comes in.
Lomi is a countertop electric composter that turns food scraps into treasure in under 4 hours.
Now, Monica and I grow a lot of plants around the house. Indoor plants, outdoor plants, and it's great having fresh, nutrient-rich plant food to keep them healthy and thriving, all made from our trash. Lomi has honestly changed the way I think about food waste. There's no food rotting in my garbage and smelling up the kitchen, and now I'm taking out the trash less, a lot less.
And after having Lomi for just a few months, it's hassle-free, mess-free, and I keep a little bucket outside my door where I can just dump the Lomi earth into.
And that also means that my waste is not going in the landfills and producing methane gas.
And I love my Lomi. It feels good to waste less and have an endless supply of nutrient-rich food for my plants.
And now with my new Lomi, their new app lets me track my environmental impact, earn points for every cycle, and redeem for freebies from Lomi and other great brands. So gang, whether you want to start making a positive environmental impact or just grow a beautiful garden, Lomi is perfect for you. Head to lomi.com/Saucestache and use promo code Saucestache to get $50 off your Lomi. That's $50 off when you head to lomi.com/Saucestache and use promo code Saucestache at checkout. Lomi, thanks for sponsoring today's video and for making such a cool product. I really love this thing.
So for this next one, like I said, we're still going to be using chickpeas, but we're also going to be using tofu. We're going to really up the protein on this. Now, we're going to do the same thing, drain the chickpeas, saving the aquafaba, drain the tofu. We don't need to press it or anything, and we're going to toss both of those into a blender. This one's going to be just as quick as the last. Essentially on this one, we're replacing the cream or plant-based milk with tofu. Now, I'm also going to be using about 2 tablespoons of aquafaba and a tablespoon of olive oil. Again, you don't have to use the olive oil. Now, for this one, I am going to be using lactic acid, but you can use lemon juice. Lactic acid is just going to have more of that cheesy flavor, but you can use the brine of pickles if you want just to get that tang. It's completely up to you what you want to do as far as your flavor profile. This is going to come out great. Now, I am using nutritional yeast here, but you don't have to, and I'm also going to be using some garlic powder. We're just going to blend that up, give it a taste, and make sure the taste is all right. Now, for me, I did realize I wanted a little bit more acidity, so I added some more lactic acid. This is completely adaptable. Make as you will. Now, I'm just going to continue blending until I get a nice creamy texture, and you could see with this one, the texture comes out very smooth, really nice, very cheesy. I actually almost prefer this version over the last. Now, same thing, we're going to boil our macaronis. I used about a half a box of the elbow pasta. Save some of the water. Don't let it all kind of pour out. We're not over draining this, I guess. And then pour it in. Now, we used maybe a third of the entire mixture. We didn't use the entire thing, so you're going to have, like I said, a lot of cheese left over. Mix that up, season to taste how you want, and then here you go.
Super good, super creamy, like crazy creamy. And just like the last one, it's loaded with protein. I think any mac and cheese lover would really enjoy this. And then just like any other regular mac and cheese, you could dress it up. Like this here, I'm gonna toss a little bit of parsley on it and maybe some like sun-dried tomatoes. I feel I'm gonna be farting like all night tonight. Because I've just had so many chickpeas and beans today.
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, I really is gonna be bad. I'm gonna be farting like crazy. Okay, so grab some mac and cheese, get like a little tomato in there too, and I just wanna see what you think, because this is how I like to grow up with it. But that is the tiniest bite of mac and cheese.
Take a little bit more.
I'll take a little less.
Okay, there we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is how you grew up eating it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that good with the tomatoes?
Yeah, I love this.
We use like fresh tomatoes, but I like.
Yeah, no, I love the bite and the sweetness that the sun-dried tomatoes
Yeah, the sun-dried
give.
tomato is awesome.
Yeah, and I love the mac and cheese. I mean, it's very like creamy and savory. It tastes like mac and cheese, and the pasta is also really good.
Yeah, like. Would you know this was made out of chickpeas?
Oh, no way at all.
Yeah. I mean, and this
No.
whole thing took me. Everything's chickpeas, even the
Even the tomatoes?
It's
I'm
pasta.
just kidding.
Yeah, even the tomatoes.
No,
are chickpeas.
I knew the pasta was chickpeas. That's why I was saying like the pasta's good. I'm not
Yeah.
like turned off by it at all. I love it. I love the flavor. It's cheesy and creamy, and it's not too
Yeah.
cheesy. Like it's not like it's like an over. It's just like it tastes like regular mac and cheese cheese.
Yeah, like. I've had a lot of vegan mac and cheese, and this is on par or. I mean, honestly, I think this is better than most vegan mac and cheese. I'm not
is
trying to
pretty
pat
good.
my own back, but this only takes like 5 minutes to make. I mean, really, I made these 2 in 30 minutes.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
With filming, yeah, I'm happy about this.
We can make so many things with that.
Yeah, you can use it for cheese sauce. You can use it like if you wanted to do like because it doesn't have to be like a mac and cheese. You can add a little bit more like liquid into it, like a vegetable broth or something, and turn it into, you know, a carbonara or a,
Well, it could even be like a dip.
yeah, I mean, it could be a dip, any sort of like cheesy dip. Hummus.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this is good. Super happy about it.
Well, great job.
Thanks, baby.